Hi everyone, I just want to go over quiz number 2 here just to explain how you were supposed to solve these problems. Alright, so in question number 1 it says use the properties of angle measures to find the measure of each marked angle. And here we see that angle A and B are these angles here. Alright, now the way that we find these two angles is noticing that these two angles here are supplementary. Right, because if we were to add these two measures, they would form this straight line here. If we went all the way around, that's 180 degrees. So the way that you solve it is you take these two expressions, the 5x plus 10 and the 4x plus 125, you add them together, and then you set it equal to 180, and then you solve the resulting equations. Alright, so that's how you solve question number 1. For question number 2, we are to be using the ideas of opposite interior angles of a transversal, right? So this would be from 1.2, and what we learned in 1.2 is that opposite interior angles are equal. So the way that you find these two measures is you take these two expressions, this one and this one, and you set them equal to one another. And then you solve for x. So some of you on the quiz were adding these together and set it equal to 180, but that's not the way you do it because these are not supplementary, they're equal. So take these two and then set them equal to one another. And then in question number 3, the idea here you're supposed to be using is similar triangles. So I noticed that some of you were trying to use Pythagorean's theorem, some of you were trying to just think about trying to look for a pattern, which is great. Both ideas are great, but the idea here is you want to get used to using similar triangles because sometimes it's not going to be obvious what the pattern is. So what you want to do is, of course, you want to replace your numbers in the correct place. So we would place, let's say, 41 here, 40 here, and then 9 here, and then we would have 82 and 80. So the way that you can solve for x here, that's the one we don't know, is you can take, since we know everything else, we can take this over this, this over this, and then set it equal to this over this. And then you would solve for x that way. Alright, so that's how you would solve those problems. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me during office hours.